Hey guys, this is Bob from Edtechify, and today we're going to show you how to dynamically populate a second sheet of categories based off of a form submission. So the premise here is, let's say I want to create a new task. I want to assign that task a category, but the category doesn't already exist. So not only do I want to assign it a category, but I want to also append my list of categories with the new category dynamically. So that way I don't have to duplicate efforts. Let's show you how. To start, we need a simple setup of two different sheets. In my data editor, I'll show you that I have one sheet with the list of tasks and a second sheet with my category list. In this example, my category list is source name. And in my task sheet, I'm referencing that source name with this source column. I then created a relation between this source column and the source name in the sources sheet. I don't need to match multiple because that source should only be listed once. Now where the magic happens is that this relation not only matches after the record has been created, but it'll actually attempt to make that relation as you're completing the form. Let me show you. So back in my layout view, I have an add condition here to add a new task. This source choice component is referencing my sources sheet and pulling the values there. We only have the one source at the moment, bombshell. But let's say I wanted to add a second source and not only add it to this task, but also add it to that sources sheet. Here I have a text entry component that's also writing to the sources sheet. So in the event the source doesn't exist, we can type one manually. Now, to prove to you that that relation column is going to attempt to make the relation between what I'm entering and the sources that already exist, what I did is I applied a visibility condition to only show this text entry when that relationship is empty, meaning that there is no relation, right? So here in this text entry component, in the features, I set a visibility condition to only show when that relation is empty. Note that this record has not yet been completed. It's still in the process of being entered. And it's only going to show when the source is empty, meaning that there is no match. So if I make a match by selecting an existing source, we should see that the text entry goes away. And it does. So again, this proves that that relation column is making the relation even though we haven't yet completed the form. I'm going to cancel and go back into it. So now that we know that that relation is actually taking place, even though the record has not yet existed, we can do some trickery here to also add this new source to my sources sheet. To do so, we're going to leverage the onSubmit action for this add screen. Currently, it's just showing a notification that the task has been assigned. What we want to do is first check to see if that relation is empty, and if so, add a new entry, and then show this notification. So we're going to come over here and create a new action. And this will be a very simple conditional multi-step action. So first we want to check is if the relation source is empty. Okay, if it's not empty, meaning that it found a match, all we want to do is show a notification that the task was completed. However, if it is empty, we want to add a new row. So we're going to add a row to our sources sheet, and we're going to write the source that we typed in to the source's name. Then we'll show the notification. This action name will be create new source. Upon creation, save. All right, so now our add screen has a custom action that's going to check to see if we're typing in a new source, and if so, add it to our sources sheet. Let's see if this works. Source, right? We're not going to select an existing one. We're just going to type a new source and complete the form. See the notification, and let's check our sources sheet to see if that new source was entered. And it was. So just by using a relation, you can now create new entries in a different sheet altogether based on whether or not that entry already existed. So hopefully you can use this in your app. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at robert.petito@woodward.edu. And as always, thanks for watching.